You ever watch two people publicly crash and burn over and over again and somehow treat it like an episode of reality TV that they're starring in and directing? Yeah, that's not love. That's trauma bonding. So, the point I'm getting at here is I have personally seen, and I'm sure you have probably seen as well, these on and off again couples on Facebook or whatever it may be that are publicly sharing all the shitty things about their relationship and how, you know, when it ends there all of a sudden, then it's, oh my gosh, I'm so much better without them and this is life now. But then guess what? Just a week or two later, they're back together again. Like, I'm not trying to shame you. By no means am I trying to shame you. All I'm saying is this intensity that you're feeling with this other person, it's clearly not love. It is trauma bonding. And, you know, the crazy part about all this type of a relationship, is that what you're actually doing, you are mistaking adrenaline for connection. And I can say this because personally I went through this as well with my narcissistic ex. It was honestly crazy. Like, I will say I truly did feel like this. I thought this was an insane connection that I had with her. Like, it felt like it was just meant to be because there was so much intensity in everything. And what I mean by that is when we would argue, the arguments would be explosive, just outright ridiculous. I mean, she would say and do things that were even at the time I'd be like, wow, that's insane. And honestly, to be completely honest, you know, I would say things that looking back now I'm like, wow. You know, I would not say that in my right state, but something that I should touch on here in another video is reactive abuse, and that is when a narcissist or anyone purposefully pushes you to a point to where you completely break and do something that is out of the ordinary for you. But anyways, yeah, we would have these insane arguments, and then the making up from that was just so intense that I guess that's where it really felt like a real deep connection to me, just because of the intensity of the two. Like I said, that is mistaking adrenaline for connection. That's not a real connection you're feeling there. That is just the adrenaline, the high of everything that's going on. And when you're in a toxic relationship and trauma bonded, it's going to be very, very intense. Now, the shitty part about these situations like this is, for one, posting it on social media. To some people, it's going to make you look crazy. And to be completely honest, you are most definitely not in your real right state of mind when you are trauma bonded. Like, you are constantly just thinking about this person, and like I say, you feel like you have a very deep connection with them. So when you're posting all these things on Facebook or Instagram, wherever it is, when you're posting, talking trash about the person, when you guys break up, I should say, when you're posting about that, And then 2 weeks later posting about being back together, and oh my gosh, you just can't get away from each other. Well, people that have never been in that type of a relationship are going to see that and be like, wow, like these two are crazy. Like they are looking at it from an outside perspective, having never been through it, and they're just seeing it as, I don't know what these people are thinking, but they are nuts. And then someone like me personally, who has been through it and has healed to a certain aspect there, a certain point, whatever, I see it, I understand it, but when I see it happening, being posted all over, that part to me is crazy, because personally, me and my ex we didn't go on Facebook or any of that and publicly post like, hey, we're done, they're so trash, I'm so glad to be away from them, oh my god, they're horrible, and then be posting, oh my gosh, couldn't get away from them, oh my gosh, I love them, I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with them. Yeah, we kept those crazy crazy things we would say to ourselves, which, whatever, we all have our own ways of going about things. But the part that gets me about what I'm seeing here, it's something I'm honestly learning from, like watching it on social media. I'm seeing what they're doing, what they're saying, how they keep going back to each other, and then how they keep leaving each other. And honestly, it makes me think, and it makes me understand, a little bit more of, besides what I went through, a little bit more of like what other people are dealing with in their trauma bonding situations, in their toxic relationships. And it really helps you to see that when you're in the middle of it, you don't see how crazy you can look to the outside world, and just how strong these trauma bonds can be. And that's kind of what I want to get to now, is just that when you are in the middle of a situation like this, when you are trauma bonded with someone, you're not seeing what the outside world is seeing. Like you are, like I say, especially someone in the outside there that's never been through a situation like this, you're not seeing how they're looking at your posts and being like absolutely insane. I don't know why they keep going back to each other. But like I say, when you've been through it, you can kind of comprehend it, you can kind of understand what's going on there. But if this is, say, your first time being in a trauma bond like that, then yeah, the letting go, it honestly doesn't even really feel possible. It doesn't feel like a real thing. Like I say, that adrenaline that you're mistaking for connection, that is so strong that the thought of leaving this person and actually being truly done with them is just, you can't even really comprehend it. Like, it just seems so out there, and so like I feel like I'm losing the love of my life when you do that. So yeah, letting go of them just in that situation, it does not seem like a reality or a thing that you could or should be doing. So again, look, I don't say any of this to make fun of them. I've been there. I was that person once, holding on when the whole thing was already gone, thinking maybe this time would be different. But the truth is, real love doesn't look like a roller coaster. Letting go isn't giving up. Sometimes it's the first step towards finding peace that isn't performative. So, if you guys enjoyed the video, please be sure to give me a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. Drop a comment down below. if you personally have been in the middle of it before, of a trauma bond, and had something similar going on, just let me know how you worked your way out of it, because I know that would be great for other people to hear. And as always, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.